The new how Ratazar, this is a sort of the new, and this is the second attempt of the live stream, in which I pretty much am doing or Dan, yeah, it should be good to know. So, of course, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem El Shai, Bashem Kakadash. Giving, of course, double honor to our apostles and others, great millstone, who well peace and salutations to the election. That's it there. Shemia Mappa, Nisa Mappa, my young Gabo Akab, Mafana, from the great millstone playing tables camp located here in the city of Philadelphia. I am Amadi Ma'ait, come on, lesson, little R we lesson. Yeah, this we lesson just Bob Choir in the morning. Early before I go into the Mafana pretty soon. So this would be just being thankful because before I woke up, I pretty much was re-energized and such, and pretty much like restored, which restore means shawab, which goes back to being returned. All right, and return back to health, my rapa, which is going to health. All right, of health. Okay, and I'm thankful. Okay, very very thankful, which we go through much being in the truth, being that we have so many different various infirmities, heaviness, which goes into depressions and sorrow, because with much of this knowledge comes with much sorrows and all this wisdom that we acquire. We see everything's in order, and we want everything to be, of course, placed within its proper order. But knowing we have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding through the scriptures, but we have to endure till Yahweh Shai comes and returns and literally break down the system, and being that he's going to destroy all of the collection of the heathen nations that are ruling, starting first with Edom, Esau, who has, of course, control of the earth via the fourth beast, via the Roman Empire reincarnated. Okay, the Lord is going to destroy, okay, and their entire beast system. Okay, NATO and the EU is going to wage war via his chariots, spiritual power, okay, ICBM nuclear missiles, okay, and it's going to destroy Babylon the Great, America, and dispose and such. Even 2/3 of his people will be cut off. The Israelites will be cut off here and died here in Babylon the Great, America, and the wicked Israelites going to have mass judgments and such that's going to be placed upon them. Hey, we of course going through that fiery furnace of affliction. We have to go through a purging process as well. Okay, which is hey, it's it's difficult, but we have the ability to be able to endure. Okay, and the Lord gave us everything that we needed to be able to endure. Now, I know the brother had in the last lesson, yeah, put a precept up or different precepts up, but I don't have them posted on the board. I have to try to pull them up. Uh, Let me see if I can get this one precept that I wanted, which it says that this is 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and 9, and it says, "And he said unto me, My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness." All right, our strength is made perfect. All right, within the weakness. Okay, and this lower state which we're in. Okay, seeming as if we're at a disadvantage. And many people look upon us as we're absolutely batshit crazy and such because we go and preach the different claims in which we herald. We're declaring via the prophecies, the doctrine, okay, that we speak. And many of the people just like, man, these guys are insane, just to believe in what they believe in. But it's true. Many of our women have departed from us, and family members departed from us, and men have separated themselves, and shun to even be around us just because of the beliefs or even the aura we have, all right, which is the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, Yahweh Shai. This place despises, which in the world may call Jesus Christ. His true name is Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahweh is the Most High. All right, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem HaKodesh. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Okay, that image, this world doesn't like at all. Okay, the wicked completely don't want you to be in this truth, and definitely don't want you to be in the spirit of suffering, going through patience, which is suffering, and to endure the straight gate to get to acquire the salvation, the victory. Okay, and like right now, I woke up. For shalom to those Akim sincerely on the comment board. All right, yeah, I woke up. Before I even pretty much didn't open my eyes that much. I'm pretty much going and sacrificing to feed the sheep and do a video, and then go, to the camp and prophesy some more. Do my part within the Makana, the camp. This is all our reasonable service to Yahweh Shem Yahshai, because we're putting our bodies on as a living sacrifice. But the Lord's grace is sufficient for thee. All right, which the Lord, He gives us the knowledge, the virtues, within the Samashiach faith, all right, in order to, make it to the end. Okay, I'm gonna read that again. So it says, and He said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I glory in my infirmities, that the power of Mashiach may rest upon me. So, we have to be able to accept the various different infirmities the Lord placed upon us. Okay, the Lord is the one anyway that put us in this certain position. Okay, and whether it's down or up, Lord, He controls all of that. All right, let me see if I can find this in Psalms. And see if I can find it. Yeah, I should be able to find it somewhere. Psalms and it's like something like the Lord knows our down. It's like a down. Let me see how I can find it. Our down, like downcasting or something like that. I have to see if I can find it. It should be like somewhere in the upper bits of the Psalms. But the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai, He placed us in this position, for a reason, so that we be lifted up, right? Let's see if I can get this real quick. There's this downtrodden. Yeah, shoot. I have to see. I can see if I can find this precept. Downtrodden or downcastings. Down. Yeah. I don't know if I can find this precept. This is like, I should, but it's been a bit since I went to this precept. It's just reflection back onto reading more, going over these precepts over and over. All right, so all right, I can even use this one. This is the book of Psalm chapter 138 and verse 6. The Lord Yahweh be high, yet hath He respect unto the lowly, but the proud He knoweth afar off. So, the Lord, He has respect on us. He's actually looking at what we're doing, and He's like, okay, that's honorable. Okay, it's an honorable thing. It's an integral thing. It's an honest thing, in which we're doing. We're doing the work which He gave us. Okay, He gave us this work, this position, and in which we're to do. All right. Let me see if this is it. Psalms 103. Let me see if it's that one. Okay. Well, Psalms 103 just goes directly to pretty much, um, really the precept that inspired the lesson, which, I'll just go straight into it. It says, this is Psalms 103 and 1. It says, bless the Lord Yahweh, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Okay, very, very, very beautiful psalm. I don't think I did that ever in the Hebrew ever. It goes into basically a psalm to David. It says La Dawada, which to David or for David. Um, it says Barak Barak bless me. Napashia is soul my Ath Yahweh will call in all Korab. Yeah, Korab goes into within. All right, in the midst. Right, Korab. Yeah is my Ath Shum. Definitely Shum is name. Quadashwa, holy, his. Right, so altogether. If you want to say, bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy name, which is a great thing to, to say. Okay. That's a good, like, to wake up and just to be able to say this. That's what I'm probably going to do. Convert it. I just did it live for you, but, I'm going to do it right there like I do within all the other Hebrew prayers and such. I'll write it down. Barak Yah Napashya Ath Yahweh wa call Korabia Ath Shum Wadashwa. All right, which goes into bless the Lord Yahweh, O my soul, and all that's within me. Bless his holy name. The name being Yahweh, the son's name being Yahweh Shai. Barak Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. All right, Barakathum. All right, to the Akim out there, bless Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Barakatah Yahweh Bashem Al Shai Bashem Kagadash. All right. And then you have it here, bless the Lord. This is verse 2. Bless the Lord, Yahweh, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, which I definitely got that down in the Hebrew, which goes into Barakia, Napashia, Ath Yahweh, uh, let me see, all, or Walla'ah. Yeah, it should be Walla'ah because all means two. Walla'ah is in not, right? The Shakakia, which is thou forget. Uh, and then you have call Gamma Wall Yawa, which just means all and benefits his. So I got that actually written down. Okay, I just went into a Hebrew thing, but hey, we start off with you should start off your day, praying. Which, like I said, that's revitalized. A lot of times, I have a certain amount of prayers that I pretty much know by heart and try to say every day, but, you know, getting, through the process to pray even more. Okay, this is it right here. You can see, if you can see, kind of see, this is it converted to the Hebrew. Did a quite a bit ago, which Yahweh Ath, the Pasha, Most High, definitely my soul. Let me see, I'm trying to read it. Barakia, which is bless, and then you have call, which is all. You got let me see, I'm just gonna read it from mine. Thashakak, yeah, right. Let me see if I can remember this. Do forget, or slaki. It says Yahweh Ath Napashia Barakia Wala Ath Shakakia Call Gamawal Wa. All right, and that's here. Okay, not know to forget his benefits. Now, going into his benefits, we'll just go quickly into it, which is his dealings. All right, benefits, dealing of one's hand, which the Lord is given a power um, by his, of course, which he has everything in his hands, all powerful. All right, deserving that which is given, he hath given. Okay, um, in which is beautiful because hey, I'm gonna show you this. Like I say, Yahweh Ratazah, just make this very quick. I think it's the book of Sirach, chapter 25. Let me see. I'll check the comment board as well. Let me see if there's anything on the comment board, because I kind of just like, yes, it's empty. Um, I kind of just doing this on a whim. Oh yeah, it's coming. It came up. Shalom and all y'all on the comment board from Memphis. Of course, the Ak. Oh, this is a good precept. Job 6:21, which I hold. GMS in his likeness. Yeah, Shalom, of course. Yeah, so a hopeful election, 12 tribes. Okay, so yeah. So let's get this Sirach chapter 35 right quick, which it says here. And mainly a part of the Lord's benefits too is his word. All right. Most importantly, which is I think Apostle Khan was going to believe so. He was talking about how basically how what is it what's the scripture? I think it's like John 6:63, right? The Lord's word, their spirit, and their life, right? I think that's that one. Let me see if I can get it real quick. John 6:63, right? John 6:63, and which it reads, it said, it is the spirit that quickeneth, right? The spirit make you alive, chaya, right? Right? The flesh profit nothing, right? So this flesh is nothing, man. This flesh is contrary to her spirits. Okay, loads of the time there's many things we want to do, but our flesh are actually trying to prevent it. So we have to, get back into the spirit. Like last night, I wanted to do the lesson for what I'm doing the new, but I'm doing it new because my flesh was just like, oh well, empty, want to go to sleep, and then it was kind of like the spirit was just like, just do it in the morning. So that's what I'm doing the new, but I'm doing the lesson. But the spirit quickening, the spirit make it alive. All right, it restores. Okay, it brings back to life. That's where you go into the definition of chaya, all right, which is life in Hebrew, or living as well. It says the flesh profit nothing. The words that I speak unto you, right, the words I speak, which the Lord come in the volume of the book. The whole book is written of Yahweh Shem Yashah. He's the word of Yahweh Shem Yashah. That's one of my favorite precepts, brother. Put up the hopeful election, 12 tribes. I'm gonna get that precept as well. The whole book it consists of the word, all right, which is Yahweh Shai, which is the word of Yahweh. All right. Okay. The breath. Okay. It says they are spirit. Okay. The words, they're spirit. Okay. That's why, like the brother, he did the repost, Mayim, and I seen it too. Just, but like, I believe like loads of them, the elder brother from GMS Dallas, I think it's like GMS Lion on Fire or something like that. I feel like loads of his lessons be like directed, you know, like to a lot of obviously to the whole body, but how it would be like you be like, yeah, that's the spirit speaking directly to me. I'm getting cut. This is stuff direct connection. The Lord telling communication through His priest of what I need to be doing, reading and praying and fasting, doing different things, various pretty much like checkpoints. Like check, brother, you need to do this, man. Put that fear in, bruh. Why are you placing yourself in that position? When you can just easily come out of it by my spirit. This is things that the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, wants us to listen to, like, Lord speaketh once, yet twice, but man, yet perceive it, roughly paraphrasing. We gotta, start to pay attention to the spirit more and more, especially in these times. All right. Like these days I'm discerning spirits like real easy, man. You can man, it's crazy. It's like in the same spirits is out there. Satan is out there roaming. You gotta be able to discern or judge it. All right. It says they are spirit and they are life. Again, it is the spirit that quickeneth. The flesh profit nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. Okay, so that's why Apostle Rakha, Rakha means to be a spirit. You got to be reading the Bible, and the brother said it too. He was like reading these books because it's a spirit with it, the things that the Lord wants you to know and read, so that He can connect and sup onto you and such, and that be able to activate whatever the Lord needs within your vessel. All right, from they reading, it's like, all right, I'm hearing, but faith cometh by hearing, but there's a certain spirit that cometh by reading. Blessed is he that readeth, right? That read this word of Yahweh Shem Shai. That's a grace, it's a happiness that comes with a shariam. All right. Let me get to the comment board now. Let's see. Try this the new. So yeah, so I mentioned a bit. All right, so I'm gonna bring this up real quick. This is Job 6:21. We got next Mac, which is Maya from GREATMILLSTONE, Philadelphia, the camp I'm in. It says Job 6:21. For now ye are nothing, nothing. Um, uh, ye see my casting down and are afraid. All right. Now, I have to go back to the whole thing, but we know how Job lost all of his, all these different riches and such, was being tried by the Lord in a bet with Shaitan, spiritual demon Shaitan. And of course, he would prove to be integral, that he would emerge as gold, all right, when he's tried, okay, when he's put to the test, in which we are being put to the test anew, praying, you know, believing with the assurance that if we do no waver on our faith, hey, we're going to be lifted up, exalted. And the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is true and faithful to the word in which he promised unto us. Okay? Which more than anything, you have to rebuke the spirits, the Raiwat, the evil spirits, that of doubt, that tells you, hey, like, just whatever, because different spirits will tell you different things, just pretty much ball up into a we create like a little ball of and just lay there and such. I was at that point, like, like just kind of like balled up, kind of like you're like, man, what am I really doing? And the Lord will lift you up out that. I was even going how the angels. It's a book of Psalms. I passed it. How the Psalms, I think it's the 91st chapter. How the angels, which are ministering spirits, are gonna be there. Of course, they are there. They can't pass about those that fear the Lord, but they make sure that we don't dash our foot against the stones and such, and they get us out of various troubles and such, and protect those that are heirs unto salvation and such, man. So we got succors, we got helpers, we got assistance, and they come in many different ways. Like, I'll be like these days, like, I mean, I walk in a wee convenience store that's major here in Babylon the Great. Over on this East Coast, it's called Wawa, which I greatly despise it because I don't like things that's mainstream and commercial. But this place, Wawa, and you got, like different drug addicts and such. They'll be posted up front panhandling and such, and it's like sometimes you know uh it could be you something you want to avoid, like sometimes, like, because you like, man, this dude coming with this pressure, as the scriptures say, what, give unto the godly and help not a sinner, but sometimes that could be angel disguised and such, and it can give you like a good word. So say for example with me the other day, like I was like, the dude, he was like, it was like, it looked like an Ephraimite kind of, he had a more darker hue like me, myself, and the lighter hue, as Ephraim is a king. Turn, you go up, roughly paraphrasing on turn. You have certain, Ephraimites that are lighter hues and darker hues, like me, more of a darker hue and such, brown and such. You would think I'm a Judite or something like that. But I've seen Ephraimites darker than me and such, speaking straight up Spanish and stuff, and different even other Latin tribes. But anyway, that's going on. And yeah, I was, you know, he was like, you can spare any change. And I was like, when you come out, but the thing is, I didn't really go in with the intent to buy anything or really to impulse buy. I didn't want to do that stuff like that. So really, I just went in to use the bathroom. That was more the intention of what I was going into the Wawa for. So what I ended up doing was use the bathroom, wash my hands, come out, and then on the way out, he was there to open the door. All right, or Pathak Hadalath, which is Pathak goes into open, Hadalath is the door. All right, Kayawathia for me. All right, or whomever, but it was directly to me. Man's words of the Lord opened the door, and I was just like, I was just straight honest. I was like, well, even before I don't know if I even mentioned it, I said that, I, I'm grinding. I'm grinding. I mean, I'm grinding right now because yeah, every brother know we all hurting like certain financial positions and such, but we got certain goals and we got to get to, and I was like I'm grinding, I'm grind like I'm grinding just like you kind of, and hey, like it's like more so like hey, it's my way sometimes seeing like if I don't go out to give, you know, but he actually gave me when I came out, you know, I was just like maybe another time or something like that. And he just fist bumped me. He was already ready for the fist bump, which that's another thing, like loads of the time, like even when I greet, like most of my greetings is just like with the fist bump, always like that and such. He was already there, so it could have been pretty much a mala'ak, an angel, or something like that. And he just like pretty much he had greeted me to have a good day or something like that. And something, it was good though. It was comforting. It was a comfort definitely to my soul, to hear, what he was saying, which was very brief. Just that embrace from another Israelite, can be, revitalizing and such, due to spirit. When they say it could be an angel. All right, let me get back to the comment board now. Going on, and so, uh, and Job's friends, they seen him in that lower state and such, and they were, they were trying to rebuke him and such, and all this other stuff, and we had a back and forth discourse and stuff, and it's like, how we, hey, we doing these videos and stuff, and we just only giving the praise to the Lord. At times it seemed like we just want to be out here, which Job felt the same way. Like Job, that book of Ayawab or Job is a very, very powerful book. Honest confessions through the spirit of Yahweh Shem El Shai, being in a lower state and such. But this is the book of Romans, the hopeful election, 12 tribes put this, which this goes into pretty much, how our flesh and our spirit worth, right? But it says here, and this is Paul writing this, it says, for I know that enemy that is in my flesh dwelleth no good thing, for to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good I find not. Right? And loads of the time it's just like the flesh is just pressing down on us, as it tells you in the book of I think that's in the book of Wisdom of Solomon. It tells you this is spirit. 9 and 15, for the corruptible body, which this body is corruptible, all right, isn't it? Immortal, okay, though our flesh is. It says, for the corruptible body presseth down the soul in the earthly tabernacle, which is our bodies, right? Our bashar, flesh, no, okay, flesh, weigheth down the mind that museth upon many things. Okay, So being in this condition, you know, hey, the wisdom of Solomon, Shalamah, which is Solomon's name, which means peaceable like or peaceable. In the Hebrew, that was one of Yahushai's reincarnations, Shalamah, which is Solomon. All right, yeah, he gave that confession. That's a confession right there. This the body, the earthly tabernacle does presseth upon our you know, or ourselves, with which our spirit is nothing but within the abode or the house of the flesh. All right, our soul is in the is our soul is within the flesh. All right, but we gotta walk in the spirit, right, as the scriptures do tell you. So you don't fulfill the deeds of the flesh, roughly paraphrasing, the works of the flesh and such. Right? As brother got it perfectly lined up. We got next Mac, my Galatians 5:16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh, the different various forbidden and desires in which it has. And like I said, loads of the time, you may not know even what something. You just out there like, sometimes like I was even like say like even yesterday I'm at what was I just had to achieve to get a money order or something like that, and just a little bit of shopping at the store at Awatazar, which that means store in Hebrew, or treasury, all right, which is the store Awatazar, okay. And so I was in there, and before in my as I walked, or I halak, which is going to walk, or halak means walk, was walking, or hawalak, and there was a girl and woman, pretty good figured than us. Look, appeared off the outward, possibly a Edomite, probably might have been an Israelite foreigner. Um, from the rear, like I say, maybe she looked like she worked in a hospital or something. Had like some like kind of like these trousers and such on, and I don't know. She had a pretty good, like, her arms, everything was pretty firm and such. And it had the hair looked like it was just done possibly or something, but it was good. It had highlights in it and such. I mean, I'm just being chill, but um, yeah. So I'm just like, it was a time when I'm just trying to cut through, right? I'm trying to cut through, pardon, light war. I'm trying to cut through passer and such, but I'm just trying to be focused. Loads of the time, like you have your different lusts, like you don't want to keep like behold every woman and such like that, right? So I'm like trying to get past her and such, but ain't no denying like it's an attraction that would definitely would be there for me. But I'm no trying to give up to my appetite to want to just kind of like you holler or something, which I have no game at all. So I just like I just go and I'm just like pardon, I'm just like pardon or excuse me, equivalent to Salakia, right? Because I'm going past her. But then I'm close, and most of the time, like sometimes you'll walk past these like people. Like I see chick literally, it's like I was a damn one of them horror film persons, like jump out of nowhere. Because it's like if somebody like you're unaware, you're frightened and startled, when you get by them and such. So that happened, but in this case, no. She just was like, I just like pardon. And she's like, oh. She kind of was like really like polite, which is most of the time women ain't polite. These days like they don't, many of them don't have the manners and such like that, and masculinized and such. But she was polite and like she soft spoken it seemed. And actually I believe she's a bit older. Just look like she put on, because I seen her even later. She took the same walk as me, which I said strange. Seemed like she had the same energy as me, kinda too. Hey, but she went to this giant grocery shop I go to sometimes. Most of it, that's my staple place that I like. But anyway, and I don't know. I seen her more older. She had a loads of makeup though on her face, but you could tell definitely she's probably older, definitely in her 40s. Um, and I'm just like, damn, man. But hey, sometimes it could be a lust. I don't know if that woman was married or no. But there's some things that's like in the spirit you just you kind of like quench, in the flesh so you can stay focused and stuff. The Shabbathas was coming in, and hey, it is what it is and such. You know, but anyway, going on. This flesh does press upon the earthly. On this, yeah, on us. All right, on our spirits. All right, brother. Yo, so God. Um, this is hopeful election 12 trades. First Peter chapter 1 and 6. It says, "Wherein ye greatly rejoice or be glad through or shemach in the Hebrew, through though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations," right? Much being with much depression, okay, because of these different manifold, multiple temptations, their enticements and such, the sin and such. All right. Verse 7, it says that the trial of your faith, this is a testing of our faith, our fidelity, okay, our belief in the Lord. All right. Being much more precious than gold that perishes, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shai, which this is perfect because this pretty much outlines the process. All right, a refining process in which is going to take us from being what you know, uh, all these impurities, all right, being the gold or the precious stone or the silver, and then you refine it. You just got that pause, that refined gold. Pause is like going into refined gold. You go into that golden wedge of Ophir. I think you can go in that scripture, Isaiah 13 and 12. I believe that's where the word pause might be. But yeah, you got that pure gold, perfection, and that's you know when Yahweh Shai come back, we get the new bodies and such, these spiritual bodies that are all supposed, it's both, it's going to be this war superhuman as we go into being extraterrestrial and such. Hey, man, it's going to be beyond Earth, okay? And we're going to have that control and that perfection, and we're going to be able to do things that we really want, all right? In the spirit and righteousness, and the flesh is not going to be able to have that control, over us. Okay, we'll have complete temperance or discipline or self-government, to be able to do whatever it is that we need to be have executed. All right, on earth and heaven and in the galaxies and universes and everything in the world's Lord's realm, which is what we're gonna inherit. Okay, everything. All right. So the brother also got that Revelation 1 and 3. It says, "Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy." Right, and this is all within it. Okay, this is all prophecy. Things I'm telling you, all right, you're gonna be refined. You're gonna be great. You ain't gonna have to worry about, lusting after some chick, that ain't yours or something like that. Like that, like you just like, and you like, oh, and you just kind of trying to fight it. You like, you want to like I remember like, like me, like even in the world, I would try to like just try to stay straight, but you might out of the corner, you still got that look, like I said, be a girl and such, and like I said, it'd be some maybe a girl, like I said, it's a girl that's married or something like that. You can't be dating that and such because if you look at her with the lust, and she's married, you want her and such. It's like you commit adultery in your heart, as Yahweh Shah did say. All right, but the flesh would be wanting to look like, oh, and like it's like the earth, the world, like a lot of these dudes, especially with the social media, they using these girls to pretty much promote, their channels and such. Easily a guy can get a girl to just be a model to promote their brand, and that's gonna get like you got girls on YouTube, they got men and such, and then they're just I don't know being campers or van life, and they're in whole relationships and they're showing off their whole body. They got OnlyFans and all of these different things. But you're like, well, why these people entice the watcher? It's because of her beauty. Many are deceived by that. Long hair, all sorts of things and such. But these are some of the things in which we as men, may be struggling against and for, and we're going to be released from. So going back, this is the First Peter's 1:8 now. It says, "Whom having not seen ye love, in whom though through now ye see him not, yet believing." Right, and that's all due faith. Hey, if we have Hamashiachim, we've seen Yahweh Shai in different, times and such, and known Yahweh Shai in different times. But right now it's like, have you seen Yahweh Shai with your own eyes, the new in the flesh? No, right? But we believe that Yahweh Shai, all right, the Son of the Most High, exists too, right? Just as Yahweh exists, all right? And that he's going to do a great work within us and save us, deliver us, which that's his name meaning, to deliver, all right? He the deliverer, all right? So it says, "Now ye see him not, yet believing, ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory." Like loads of the time, like when I seen the chariots the other day, that was like yesterday night or yesterday morning. It was like things were unspeakable. I'm just like, yeah, man. And that's another thing what sparked this message, to thanking the Lord of his benefits, his dealings. The Lord to let me behold his glory of chariots and such like that. The vehicles in 144 was right there, 4144 was this pass and such. The Lord let me see that. And hey, Lord willing, I get election, man. I be elect, which I believe so, but I gotta endure. And hey, even sometimes, like I say, you be like you gotta tell yourself, like, man, come on, the Lord called me. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, Yahweh is gonna set me, which I'm gonna end off the lesson with the one precept. And then maybe Yahweh I'll go into, because I'm gonna have to go I gotta probably go right to go to camp and such, but we'll see. But yeah, it says, "Receiving the end of faith and even the salvation of your souls." Right, that's it. So hey, the author and finisher of our faith, Yahweh Shai, is the chief example. Just as Yahweh Shai endured the cross, his burden for the nation of Israel, paid for his sins, paid for the nation of Israel's sins, paid for his sins, being as the other older reincarnation, because Yahweh Shai is perfect as Yahweh Shai. All right, we were to be called Jesus Christ, but as Solomon and other incarnations, he was in Adam, going into different incarnations, reincarnations of Yahweh Shai. But he had to pay for that. He went through it. He went and endured it. And at the end, what he got, he's sitting on the right hand of the Father. And the Lord is well pleased with him. Okay, and that he did that sacrifice, and we're putting up a sacrifice as well. The Lord's going to be pleased with him, with it. Okay, so be thankful. Thank the Lord for bless the Lord, Yahweh. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. That the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshua called and hopefully chose you to be elect. All right, of the whole bazillions uncountable of these Jakes, Israelites, of even all these heathen, along the lot of a heathen. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, it's noble, man. It's like, wow, I can be of the best stock and the top aristocrats. Like I have to be that, man. Like me, that's how. Like on this side, I'm looked at as nothing. Like you come in the truth, you looked at as nothing. Like, dude, like I'm in the shop, just getting a couple items. This chick literally just got the job. She looked like she just want me hurry up and get me in. Just like this whole suit of fake. Oh, how you doing today? You say how you doing. You got enthusiasm. Her how you doing is really not. She's just doing it just because it's her job. We ain't dealing with that. If we gonna have slaves in the kingdom, All right, our slaves ain't gonna be lackluster and no enthusiasm. You gonna have a spirit in your greetings to my whoever you greeting. All right, it's gonna be right. Okay, that's like it's like shite. Like when I mean, you have a business, you should want people to come to your business. Like how Trader Joe's got that. They kind of got that vibe, but it's like they try to push it as sincere. Some of them do be sincere too. Got them different lively spirits and stuff. Where you'll go to Trader Joe's, which that's a no. It's like a pretty much a grocery store here in Babylon, the Great America. Um, it kind of like got a little like farmy vibe or something. They got like certain items. I mean, things are cheaper and such, but it's like the certain the employees they work like I say like kind of as they say cultish. Like you be like, is this person really like me? Like this person seemed like they love me or something like that. Like that's how Trader Joe's is. Like I remember first going in there, it was like I'm like this girl must really like me. She wanna she seemed like she in like you'll have conversation. Oh yeah, what's in this item? Oh this item, this spice is great. I never used it before. And they'll ask you about the thing that you're buying. You're like, oh okay. And you get into a conversation, but it's like really homely and such. In the kingdom, like I say, the business in which we gonna execute, it's gonna be beautiful. Like I said, none of this fake ish, man. This shit, just too fake out here and artificial and stuff like that. No, it's gonna be true. You know, my slaves gonna be doing high level service, okay, to whomever it is that we do business with. All right, you going if you serving Israelites, they gotta go be on the highest level. All right, it's gonna be on the elite level. All right, the core gonna be right. The speech, the dialect, the Hebrew, everything gonna be proper, man. That's how I want everything to be kashar, proper, suitable, fitting. All right, that's what I want. Everything fitting, stones, everything gonna be right. All right, it's ridiculous how you could just go in this world and people just they representing businesses and they're representing it with a lackluster spirit. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Like I go and shop at the place Giant. I love the damn place. There's a certain vibe it got that's different from other grocery stores. Okay, and like it made to the point where I literally moved near the place because of the place. I like the energy of that whole area where it's nearby and such of this particular one too, and such. That should be something that should be inspiration, like for a business owner, for a person to actually want to go and be around that. That's great. The people want to be near you, right? So as an actual employee or slave or servant for a particular enterprise, people should want to want to come there to see your face, you know. Especially women supposed to be, it's women that read these cashiers many of the times. Like I say, your service should be on point. Remember, your woman itself means female servant. What hell is this lack? Hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? It's like because we different. Like I don't even have to have the stones on. It seemed like you could do it. I did one time an experiment. One time. I kind of seemed like I got better treatment with having no like the most of their stones on than others. It's like, dude, like y'all vibe is low, man. And they got the, like particular chick, she was actually married and such, which nobody was even checking for. But it's just like, dude, like you lived your entire life in your service and shape, and like I talked with the owner. That's like something I probably would say though. I'm like, dude, like, cause like say like a lot of the different businesses, I know if I worked for them, it would change. It would be a game changer. And that's how even like I worked for the same company for how many years, over a decade at the company I work at. I stay undistinguishable. But you in this world where people they have a low expectation because of the previous experience in which they have experienced from other people. And they expect that, oh, you just like everyone else. No, stop assuming, stop false discerning me. These people don't even have discernment, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's these people are the flesh, and that's some of the things we deal with and such. And the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is going to remove all of that. People will know exactly who we are. All right. So it says, submit James chapter, again, hopeful election, 12 tribes. James 4 and 7. Submit yourselves, therefore, to the will, therefore to the Most High, which is going to submit is being under the rule. Resist the devil, and he will flee from thee. Right. So and that takes a lot of stoicism, all right, discipline via the wisdom. Like right now, I'm pretty much forced to live in a condition with literally somebody's literally tormenting me every day by noise pollution, just doing different things to try to trouble me, being nasty, just rank and everything vexing. But I gotta live in the situation. Okay, we go to work around people that's they say on a low vibe, death, darkness, and such, shock, and we still gotta go endure it. When we like high vibe and such, when I can get around other Akim, the vibe be, right, you know, it'd be like, whoa, like I wish this can last forever. Like last weekend, which I had with the Akim over in AC, we using AC, our camp, you know, um, I, it made me just want to just always have that. Like when we do these kind of like trips and we get to kind of like be together, which is something we do that much. I mean, I just wish we could just do that forever, in which we're gonna have that. Brothers are gonna be dwelling in unity forever in the kingdom. The kingdom of heaven is within us. We are the kingdom. So, I mean, just imagine us as a people in its perfection. It's just your palm, man. This is Romans chapter 8 and 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory, the Hawad, all right, which shall be revealed in us. Right. This is perfect because this present time, the sufferings that we go through is nothing compared, nothing of value in its value, esteem to what we got coming for us. Okay, where like loads of the time, like you can have a good, experience with somebody, and you're just like, man, this is heaven, man, and that's not even heaven, man. Just imagine who's gonna be in the kingdom in heaven, Basham, in the heaven, man. It's gonna be perfect, man. There's nothing gonna be lacking there and such. But there's things that the Lord bless us with, little gems and such, like this truth. Hey, I'm experiencing paradise with this knowledge. That's knowledge right there, man. So it's beautiful. Hey, we're gonna have it undefiled. Okay, we man, we're gonna be filled, belly filled, no thirsty. No, a lot of times a mock. It's gonna be beautiful, man. I think Tazamak might be like thirsty, and Raib is hungry. No hungry, and we ain't gonna be hungry, or we ain't gonna be thirsty. We're gonna be fulfilled. So I spoke about how Yahweh Bashem El Shai Bashem Kadesh is actually gonna accept us, his elect. This is because loads of the time you feel like you're like, oh man, I'm not doing enough and such. This is 35 Sirach, first verse. It says, "He that keepeth the law bringeth offerings enough offerings." You know, he that taketh heed to commandment offered a peace offering. There's different offerings that we have to present, to the Lord, sins, etc., and such. But now, our body is as a living sacrifice, and ultimately, our ultimate, you know, propitiation is Yahweh Shai. Okay, but we of that body of Yahweh Shai, okay, which is beautiful. So the relationship back with Yahweh is made reconciled back, putting us in the good graces, and that's beautiful. So us coming back, which returning back, we're keeping the commandments to the best of our ability, performing the righteous acts. He that keepeth the Torah, the law, our Shamar, right? Keepeth going to preserve it or guard it. Bringeth offering enough. He that taketh heed to the commandment offer a peace offering, which we're being obedient. All right, so that's a peace offering. He that requiteth a good turn offereth fine flavor, and he that giveth alms or donations sacrifices praise. right? To depart from wickedness is a thing pleasing to the Lord, and to forsake unrighteousness is a propitiation. Thou shalt not appear empty before the Lord, but all these things are to be done because of the commandment. And it says, the offering of the righteous make it the altar of the Mazabak fat, which we, us brothers, the prophets out there on the Mazabak in the camp in the midst of Egypt, Babylon the Great, wherever you scattered to, hey, the altar is being made fat, man. Okay, and the sweet the sweet savor thereof is before the Most High. The sacrifice of a just man, which we get justified through Yahweh Shai, all right, through our faith and works, is acceptable, and the memorial thereof shall never be forgotten. Right. So, Barak, Ya, Napash, Ya, Ah, Yahweh, Wala, Ash, Shechak, Ya, Call, Gama, Wal, Yahweh. Bless the soul of my soul and forget not all his benefits. That's it right there in the Hebrew. And yeah, I will do another part 2 of this lesson, because there's still more I would love to go into, but that's pretty much the lesson through the spirit. I gotta go to the camp, so I'm gonna get ready and such, but had to do the lesson. So, hopefully I can edify it. Of course, Shalom, Yabashim Hashabashim Kodesh Brakathum, one Nakalam, the thumb, which is the bless and comfort you. I'm Shariam, I was Shariam, or with happiness. Well, I say Tawab, Yara, with good fear, or good fear, good. Um, well, Shemak Ba you, and glad. Well, I'm gonna say gladness. So I say Shawamak Ba Napash now or Napash come. All right, going into your souls, okay, yeah, and just continue to endure and pray, man. Everything, yeah. Give prayers, man. Give prayers, and praises to you. How about you, shot for that restoration? Because I feel good, thankfully, because brothers be feeling depressed, on this fucking place. You know what I mean? But hey, we got better things coming. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shab Shem Kadash, Brakatha, or Brakathum. All right. Yeah, Shalom again. Yeah, yep. Shalom to the Bakayarium, Shal Yasha'ala, to hopefully let the election, hopefully, yeah, the election direct. Shalom.